Hey guys, and welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today, well, we're going to be visiting another planet, and of course, having some fun along the way. So, I hope you guys are ready. So at the moment, I am working on my blood magic, trying to get this bad boy up to tier 3. So we're getting really close to being able to do this. All I need to do is separate this out like so. So we have 5 on each side. Same goes on this side. Leaving this spot right here. It's so crazy how many like different structures we've actually built. Considering like we have all of the structures over here that are multi-blocks. The fact that this is a giant multi-block, like we've gotten like everything going here with a bunch of multi-blocks, but I'm really having fun with this. So let's go ahead and think about this a little bit differently. I'm gonna grab some stone. I guess actually we could probably try some like black stone or black concrete would be nice. Let's just do some black concrete, and we can line that right in here. Just like so. Perfect. All right, so we have this material here. I'm also going to need another rune right here. And then I'm going to make some pillars. Now, these pillars are going to be 1, 2, 3, and then capped. They're actually going to be like 2 setting off of the platform. And eventually, we're probably going to end up moving this. Unless I just keep extending it down, which would probably end up looking kind of funny. But at this tier, things should be okay. And all we need is glowstone. And once we have this, and also let's go ahead and get our runic, what's it called? Add blood. Where did I put my runes? Our tablets. I actually don't even remember where I put my tablet. Oh, I think I have, yeah, I have them in here. It's like literally in my inventory. I forget because my inventory is like so big here. All right, and I think this is right. If not, then these pillars need to be up 1 more. And then I should be able to look, and we see that it is now tier 3. Now, the good thing about upgrading these to the next tiers is we can upgrade all of these to better sacrifice runes. But while we're getting into this, we should probably also get into something else, and that is called the Incense Altar. Man, so Incense Altar. Let's go ahead and grab this, and we can go ahead and make this thing. So what I need to move forward to upgrade this thing to a tier 2 is just to add a little bit of this wood around it. And hopefully that's going to be enough. Let me grab my shovel, and I'll kind of show you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to extend the path. Now, the blocks that are underneath this, they can be anything. So long as it's setting on a 3x3 path. So I'm just going to place some black concrete underneath for right now. But what I want to do is I want to extend these paths out in 3x3 direction. So out like this, and same for this side and this side. And of course, if I need to move this later, I will move it. But all I need to do now is place these wooden paths. And if you want to see what this is setting at, you just hover over here. You can see in the top left-hand corner information about this this Incense Altar. So hopefully that should go up to tier 2 and give us a little bit more of a bonus. And plus we'll be able to utilize some of these other features that this has. Like, you know, making the tranquility higher. Let's go ahead and do that. Awesome. Now you can see the tranquility has gone up. And now we're getting a plus 54 bonus on our dagger, our sacrificial dagger. And we want to make these numbers go a little bit higher. And of course we can do that by customizing these little areas here on the side. So planting trees and all kinds of different stuff will help. There's a whole list. If you want to check out the wiki, you can just search like the FTB wiki for Incense Altar, and you're going to find all kinds of really important information. So I've got a few things placed, and these are some of the items that you can definitely use. One item we can't use, however, is nether wart, because it just we can't place it into the world. I think we have to do that in the nether. But we can get every other block in here, and some of these are worth like a value of 1 and stuff. But overall, we have a pretty high level here, so this should be able to fill this altar like with like little to no problem at all. So if I grab some stone in here, just to sort of, actually I could probably use this. Let me go ahead and just place this here. I want to sort of drain this out. I just want to get a good idea of how much our current health pool goes into this, like how much will go in here. That's kind of what I'm interested about. So yeah, maybe having lava and fire, not a good idea, as you can see. Yeah, unless we set up some sort of mob farm to automatically farm these guys, they're just going to destroy my trees, and I kind of like my trees. So here's where it currently stands, and this is completely empty. So how full did it get? About halfway. Wow, actually, that's about half full. So all we got to do is come back over here, let our health regenerate, and what, 2 times, and this thing is pretty much full? No? So that time it definitely wasn't as much. So is it giving me less now? I'm kind of confused. Maybe there's a timer on it, a delay? Because I thought that that should definitely work. We go over here, unless the level went way down simply because I can't have the lava over here. Okay, so we definitely can't because it's giving us sulfur. Okay, so we definitely have a cooldown on this, and we can't use it as much as I thought I could, but it isn't sulfur for very long. Pretty much just enough time to let myself fully regenerate. And so yeah, two should be good. I also went ahead and threw back the netherrack. That did increase this, so overall this should increase. Now, just can't do lava right now. Lava is just not going to be feasible, but we might be able to upgrade this to the next tier. So in order to make this better though, we are going to need something that's going to be a lot of LP. So gold, I have a little bit of gold here. I do need to head back over to our base. Let's just head back home. There we go. Nice little teleport. And I need to get this package down into a golden block. So 9 of these. And there we go. So gold block is all we need, and that will be turned into the Magician's Blood Orb. I think that's the next one, right? The Magician's Blood Orb. So if I throw this in here, now this is going to need 25,000 LP, but I should be able to keep this full. So it's going to hit 10,000 and hopefully be able to manage this. I hope. So that way it doesn't run out. Otherwise, we got to go with like capacity runes. And yeah, right now it has run out. We got to make sure sulfur is gone. Run this again. And yeah, we can, so long as I don't see the smoke above this, we know that stuff is actually going into it. And we're technically filling it. Oh, and then I accidentally killed myself. Good thing I still have my Volarkite. So that way I can, you know, make my way back over here. Oh my goodness. Oh, I didn't even realize this. By the way, if your key is enchanted like this, and it shows up, well, you can just use it to teleport right to your location. Which is kind of handy. I'm not seeing the smoke particles, so maybe there is something to do with this that changes that. I'm not seeing it like revert the craft. But then again, if I take it out, then it is going to revert it, and you know, it is going to keep doing that. So yeah, I'm just going to keep going at this with my my dagger. There we go. The problem is now we've definitely lost some health because our nutrition is down, and because we don't need to eat over here, our nutrition's never going to increase. So that's a thing. It was weird though. Our sulfur, with our sulfur being gone, this should fill a bit more, especially since we have our sacrifice rune. Unless these are the wrong... Yeah, these are self-sacrifice runes. Our sulfur is definitely gone. There we go. That filled up a little bit. I just kind of got a little carried away, didn't I? With doing this. I need to go a bit slower. I'll see if this will work. I'll do this for a little while. So I went ahead and removed the speed runes because I think those were definitely causing the issue for this craft going so fast. I think the more LP it requires, the faster it'll consume. And I also went ahead and crafted up some more sacrifice runes. So now we're getting just a tad bit more out of this. And honestly, I think this is going to work. This allows it to take it out a little bit slower so I can constantly refill it. Otherwise, we're going to have some kind of storage capacity augments, which I don't want to make just yet. we probably will need them later, but for the simple craft of just getting this magic rune, or this magician's orb, that's really all I need. This thing right here. And just like that solved that problem. So right here is now our magician's orb. Let's go ahead and link it to herself by doing that. And now we can let it drain out of her soul network, because this was actually full. Like, this actually has a storage limit for our soul network. So, and it was at its cap. It wasn't actually draining anymore out of our pool here. And I sort of want to have a bit larger of a thing there. So I'm letting that do its thing. And now this can actually make some interesting stuff, and also can help us with our Incense Altar. So what we can do is now we can get set up with the Alchemy Table. We can do some cool stuff with it. The Alchemy Table is actually kind of worth it for some things. Like, if we want to knock things back, we can make obsidian out of it. Like, but there's other things like flight and things like that we can get. We can make gunpowder. There's just some really nifty crafts that you can do. Here's some corallium dust. You can also use cutting fluid. You can make these fluids to basically duplicate ores. If this was like the only mod you had in a mod pack, you can get stardust, but of course that's still with that same method. But yeah, just some interesting stuff that you can do here. Now, one of the things we can do that I mentioned is extend this. So we need some stone. I don't know if it's got to be stone brick or not. No, it doesn't. But we're going to make these paths. And these paths are going to be a little bit different than what we set up here, as these are going to only extend out by 2. So you're going to have 6 just like this, and that is going to upgrade this to the next level. So yeah, you just want to extend them out like this on all directions. Looks like I'm not going to have enough stone for some reason. Do I have like actual stone that's chiseled? I hope not. I hope I've preserved my stone. I might actually have some stone laying back the base. Yeah, this is actual stone. Of course I did that. So after us extending all the sides like this, we should now see that this is now up to 120 on our sacrificial dagger. And we can actually extend the blocks now out even further. So we can add more tranquility blocks just by extending this out. And of course, you don't have to have this like adjacent to this. It's actually a good place to put this. It's actually underneath your altar once you have it fully built out. That way you can just be near it and it will automatically refill. It's really nice, and comes in handy having that right underneath it. So just so you guys know, the real reason why I wanted to get into blood magic all along, for this whole reason, was just for this. Just so I can have a lesser tartaric and be able to make stardust this way. It's so much easier to make stardust this way than it is to just wait on starlight to process. This is just so much quicker. So all we need is at least some will inside here, and you can see the minimal will is there, but 20 will is what it's draining. And eventually, once we have a nice mob farm, getting the will is not going to be hard at all. You can almost like just get will for free. But to be able to craft it like this is a little bit nicer. So since we've dabbled in just some side things, I think it's about time for us to head back to space. I've had time for things to sort of process in the background while we were working on other stuff. And what we can do today, well, is get ourselves a tier 3 rocket, right? And didn't I get that tier 3, let's see, rocket blueprint? I'm pretty sure we ended up getting that blueprint, right? The tier 3 rocket blueprint. Tier 3, we did. I know we did. You know, if I would just search the schematic instead of blueprint, I probably would have found it. But it's it's definitely right here. All I had to do was actually spell Galacticraft right. So all we got to do is place this inside the research. Next, right here, unlock schematic. There we go. And then we can now find that we have a tier 3 rocket. So let's go ahead and build this thing out. It's pretty similar to the last rocket we built, except for that we need these tier 3 materials. That's pretty much it. And here is the tier 3 rocket. Oh boy. And we can throw it on here to get fueled up. And it shouldn't take anything to fuel this bad boy. Wow, does this one even have a window? It does have a viewport right here. Okay. This time I'll remember not to look out because it caused a lot of weird glitches, and apparently, and I'm really sorry for those that may or may not have experienced a minor seizure. I'm sorry. I should have cut that out. I forgot actually during the edit to cut it out. It's been a few episodes ago, if you guys didn't see that. But I did manage to cut it out with YouTube. Thank goodness, because I felt so bad. I was like, oh my god, I forgot to cut that out. So let's go ahead and I guess make sure we have our armor ready to go. I don't know exactly where we're going to take this, other than I think Mercury we can go to now. It's a tier 3 rocket, so we can go to Mercury. Venus is also a tier 3 rocket. We've already been to Mars, which is a tier 2 rocket. It's so weird, like, wait, I'm confused here. So we have Mercury, Venus, and Mars. I guess it's just a slight difference in distance where Venus is. And then we have the asteroid. We can go to the asteroids now, which is a tier 3. Saturn is going to be a tier 5, which is what we're working towards. So we really need to get to that point. And then we have Sears. Is that Sears? This? We need to eventually get to that as well. That'll be our tier 4. So we're going to work our way there. Asteroids is probably where we need to go. I think this has a material that we're going to need. Take a look at our tier 4 rocket. That's probably going to help us out the best, because I think tier 3 is where Galacticraft sort of by default stops. And then you need like add-on mods to go further. So like vanilla, like standard Galacticraft doesn't go any further than that. So to make these heavy plates, it looks like we're going to need compressed mercury with carbon, which is compressed carbon is, I'm guaranteed, going to be coal. Or actually, no, it's just carbon ore from extra planets. So we need to find a planet that's got carbon ore, and we need to find one that's got mercury. I'm going to guess that Mercury is where we're going to find Mercury. And it should tell me in this list. If we like double click it, I think it tells us what items can spawn here. At least I think so. Yeah, right here. So yeah, Mercury and carbon both spawn on this planet. However, this planet I do know is very hostile. As far as like being on it is dangerous. This one has galena, quartz, silicon. Okay. So nothing we really need on here. And then our asteroid. This one has diamond and also has more of the iron and ice. Nothing really good here either. So I guess Mercury is where we need to go. So as far as a spacesuit goes, I think we're going to be fine for right now, but we do eventually need to get into this tier spacesuit. I think. And then there's the extra planets one, which is an unprepared, which is a part of this, right? So right now we do have this one, which is great. And I was looking at this, and it's going to require us to get titanium, and now titanium isn't actually titanium, right? This comes from a different ore, if I remember correctly. Not titanium clusters either. It like actually is an ore. And I think if we look here, it comes from the asteroids, if I remember correctly. And it's the limonite, right? Or the limonite? I think it's limonite. I believe that is the titanium. So, will an asteroid be the first place for us to go? I don't know. I know an asteroid, the asteroid area, we need some sort of jetpack flight to be able to go there. So first of all, I think I might want to hit up Mars and just see, or hit up Mercury and just see how well we can handle it. The temperature is low, breathable, false. Let's see, corrosive, atmosphere is false. Radiation level is 0, but the pressure level is 20%. And I don't know if this tells us what this can handle. Also, by the way, when we have this bag on, we can't access our Galacticraft gear. So I think that should be fine. And then as far as thermal gear, this is the only thermal gear I think that exists with inside of Galacticraft. So I think this is good, right? This should be fine. So oxygen is topped off. Everything is ready to go. All we have to do now is hit space to launch, and we're going to go to Mercury. I think Mercury is going to be the best place for us to head. Let's go. I'm going to stay inside this rocket, and we're going to go from here. Last time I kind of left the rocket and went into the third person. I'm not doing that again, as it caused some graphical glitches that I don't want to experience again. Wow, this one's taking a long time to launch off here. Oh, there it goes. Finally. Had to get enough thrust. Must be a really large rocket. I really think it's super cool that we can see out of the window here. Look, we can look up. Yeah, see the smoke, like with it being white? It's really bad when you're third person. So right here, we get to pick where we want to go. I want to choose Mercury. By the way, I also made sure to get my Astral Sorcery stuff so we can build our little station. The days are long. It looks like orbit gravity. Gravity is, something. Space station can be created. I don't want to create a space station, but that is something we will probably do later. So make sure you click on here, and then we can hit launch to go to Mercury. Oh boy. I don't know exactly what to expect. I think I've been to Mercury one time in another playthrough, but that was as far as you could even go in that pack. This one, we at least want to get to Saturn. Oh no, I'm already taking damage. Invalid thermal protection. Why? Why do we have invalid thermal protection? No! We crash landed. Oh, I hope we didn't lose our rocket. Do we spawn back on here? Of course we do. Oh god. No, not this again. Not this again. I think we can do... Oh, man. I need to get my stuff out if I can. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Very bad. And we're going to die over and over again. So my goofy self has been sitting here looking at this going, huh, I can only see a couple different types of thermal over here. I was able to, for some reason, see the red, but I definitely didn't see this blue or purple or cyan. I don't know, this blue is really dark, so I had a hard time seeing it. But this right here is what we need, and it says required for Mercury. I was actually looking at a wiki page for Mars. Just completely ignore me. Just ignore me. I don't know what's wrong with me today. But I do need to get each one of these set out. So I did the math. I need 120, I believe, of this actual thermal cloth. And then I need 24 of these total, which that will get me all of them. These don't stack? You're kidding. These don't stack. How weird is that? But this is what's going to be required, so pretty much as soon as we run out of all this, I know that I have enough. So I can just go ahead and throw these in here. I guess these are just going to take up every single slot I got. And then... then we can craft the thermal gear we need. So, man, I am so thankful that I have this wool farm that's been running for quite a while. It seems like every time I come by here, I have an entire thing ready to go of it. So, super, super happy I set that up a while ago. All right, so now I can take this out, plop this in, and I should be able to go to the planet and not die. That's the goal. So after all of that madness, and I finally figured it out, I was able to come back here. I also went ahead and made myself a magnet. This was super cheap and simple. And luckily, I was able to find my rocket. So all of that is good and well, but we're still on a planet where the sun is massive. Look at the sun. Look at our tiny Earth. It's kind of cool that our Earth, like, glows from here. Like, that's pretty neat, right? You know, the funny thing is I just remembered, I have this storage remote, which means I can access my inventory from anywhere. So it doesn't even matter. Like, I'll just go back to eating good old cooked bat meat because, you know, there's a time for anything, and, you know, now's the perfect time for this. So we'll just continue with that. And right here is the carbon that I'm needing. So yeah, it looks like I'm going to have a lot of mining ahead of me. And I might end up just, yeah, a lot of these blocks are probably just going to get trashed, like the Mercury blocks. Definitely probably need to get rid of those because we're going to have tons of them with as much mining as we're going to be doing. So to go ahead and trash these items, I went ahead and made a null charm, not churn. And what I can do is I can just place these two different types of Mercury ore in here. And so whenever we pick up things, oh man, it's going to take up our slot there. Oh well, as we need to eat, all I gotta do is just swap these out and hopefully we'll be good. Because I like eating fast. Definitely do, and I don't think, yeah, we can have more than one at a time, unfortunately. So, with this on though, as we're mining, those items should get void. And we shouldn't have to worry about them, yeah, entering our inventory? At least I don't think so. These are entering our inventory, but they're all different kinds of blocks, I think. Maybe not. Okay, I put those in there, but maybe they're not working. Okay, that's sorted. Put this back in here and try this again. If I throw these out, I need the sooty marble. If I throw these out, okay, now they're getting void. Weird. Yeah, because it wasn't doing that before. Okay, so I'm definitely seeing deposits of this carbon block and stuff down on this level, and I'm not really seeing as much mercury, and that could be because it does spawn at a little higher levels, or it could just be completely random. This is going to be really annoying though. The tin ore looks just like the regular mercury ore, so differentiating between the two, that's where it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So we might have to find other methods for mining this. I don't know. Like, I could definitely probably use some copper ore and stuff like that. So we might throw the builder at this. I don't know. But just to put this in perspective, this is the tunnel that I've been digging so far with Ore Excavator. And I've managed to find 25 mercury ore and a little under a stack of carbon. So that's just to put that into perspective. I am mining this by hand, and it's really confusing with this looking exactly the same as the mercury, but I don't know exactly how much we're going to need of all the materials. I'll have to do like a deep dive and kind of look into that. But as of right now, like, things are looking pretty good, and I think next episode we've got some mining work to do. So guys, as always, I want to give a huge shout out to one of my new Patreons, and that is going to go to Pyro Indie. Actually, let me put this on the right line. Thanks. And then that's going to go to Pyro Indie. Thank you so much, Pyro, for your amazing support over on the Patreon. Guys, of course, if you want to become a Patreon yourself, be sure to check the description down below. You'll find a link to my awesome Patreon, where you do get access to a lot of cool Discord perks. Now, not to mention, you can also be non-Patreon to have access to our Discord as well. We do have an amazing Discord. I think we're pushing almost 12,000 members at this point. 12,000 awesome community members that can help you if you have any issues regarding Minecraft or really anything. We might be able to help. And as always, you can reach out to me there as well. So guys, if you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up if you haven't already. And click that subscribe button. We are getting really close to 400,000 subscribers, which is absolutely crazy considering I didn't even picture myself getting to 1,000 subscribers, let alone 400,000 at this point. So guys, I would really appreciate it if you could slap that subscribe button. And also, check out some of my other videos. I do have a lot of other series other than just this one. So if you are interested in those, of course, you can find those all linked in my channel. And guys, I will see you in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.